So, how do
Exactly.
you help a couple navigate knowing what their guest count is and coming close to that on the day of and not getting surprised with 50 extra people on the day of the wedding?
So I will go to the clients, I will go to the parents. What is your number? Where are we? They will call their guests. I require it. I require it. I'm very respectful because often with multicultural, you're dealing with elders. So I like to be respectful but firm.
Let me deal with an elephant that may be in the room. So I'm going to put you on the spot. I hope you don't mind because you
Oh, I
brought
don't
up the
mind.
fact that okay, 300 guests is likely to be 350. And I have
Yes.
brides and couples ask me all the time, what would I do with extra guests? Now, when you're at a hotel or a country club, you
Hmm.
probably can get some tables and chairs set up. You can get, you have a full kitchen that you can continue producing food because that you're producing.
Yeah.
When you're in an
Yeah.
off-premise situation, which a lot of people like to do because then they can control their environment better. They can get exactly what they want with an
Yes.
off-premise situation, bring in what they want and so on.
Mhm.
But when you do that, then I have to prepare everything from beforehand and bring it in
Mhm.
and reheat it
Mhm.
and get it done, right? I have to
Yes.
bring the 300 plates and the 300
Yes.
knives and forks. So when you have
Exactly.
350 guests, I now don't have, people say, well, we're having a buffet, there's going to be more food. The food is more than likely not the issue. It's table
Mhm.
settings, the staff to handle the extra 50 people. Because when
Mhm.
you want water refilled at your table, you're not thinking, oh, there's 50 extra people. They just don't have enough time to get around to me. I only have a certain
Exactly.
amount of staff for 300 people. So, how do
Exactly.
you help a couple navigate knowing what their guest count is and coming close to that on the day of and not getting surprised with 50 extra people on the day of the wedding?
Yeah, absolutely. I laugh because years ago, and I'm talking about over 10 years ago, right? When I was younger and I was doing this, I learned by experience and by fire, like trial by fire. And, they told me, oh, we're going to have 300. I was like, no, you're going to have more. And they would have literally like 75 people more. So now that I'm wiser and I've been doing this for a longer amount of time, I know for a fact. So I will go to the clients, I will go to the parents. What is your number? Where are we? They will call their guests. I require it. I require it. I'm very respectful because often with multicultural, you're dealing with elders. So I like to be respectful but firm. And I just say, hey, let's put all our cards on the table. I know from experience, you tell me it's 300, it's going to be 350. I need you to tell me by this day, usually 4 to 6 weeks out, where are
Hmm.
we? What's the number? I need you to write it down, write these guest names down seriously because, my people will go just handing out, invitations, calling their friends, their neighbors. We can't have that, right? So I say,
Hmm.
hey, you have invited guests. Where are we? I've literally had parents and brides and grooms come back to me. Oh, Cheryl, you were right. We're at 340. I'm like, okay, so that means you're at 370. so so it's a constant back and forth. But then on the flip side, I've actually had multicultural clients say, no, we are at a hard 250. And I'm like, are you
Yeah.
sure? And then I do the
Yes.
same. I have them double check. And then they're pretty much at that. So it just is like almost personalities too. You have to know who you're working with, who you're talking to, what is their personality. I'll have 2 or 3 people in the family, the bride, the groom, maybe the mother. I'll ask them differently, where are we to get the final consensus? Because I explained to them what will happen if we don't
Yes.
have the correct count.